Hi there, Andrew Chubb here from Awalé Resources. I'm coming to you talking about our news release today on Charger. We're a TSX-V listed company with the ticker ARIC, and we just had some nice news on Charger and some really good results to talk about today. So without further ado, let's get on with that. The usual forward-looking statements. A quick one on where we are. Awale's got just under 2,500 square kilometres of exploration tenure, shown as all those orange permits there. And this hatched permit is joint ventured with Newmont. So we've got roughly 1/3 or 800 square k's joint ventured with Newmont. And today we're talking about Charger, which is one of our discoveries on the ODNA project. So quickly zooming in and the drill collar plan. Charger was a relatively small soil anomaly, but over a very high grade mineralized system. So this program we drilled just over 3,500 meters in 13 holes, and we did extend our OEDD 83, which was the hole that set the market alight last year with 57 meters at 26 grams per ton, and the other follow-up holes on that were OEDD 88 and OEDD 100, which had nice intercepts as well, with 29 meters at 20 in OEDD 83 and so forth. So this drill program, really the initial part of the program was testing a fold model, which we talked about previously, and the idea was the hinges of those folds would form sort of cigar-shaped bodies that would carry thicker intervals at better grade, and drill holes 118 and 120 definitely proved that those thicker intervals, and we got some nice grades within those as well. So we've started to prove that thesis, that there is a shallow dipping horizontal cigar-shaped broader mineralization within a northeast structural corridor. And on this plan map, it's showing that northeast structural corridor, and the mineralization varies in width and grade as we go down dip plunge along that structural corridor. The other really interesting thing that we're starting to come up with is that the mineralization at Charger is effectively demagnetized. So the surrounding rocks have a strong mag signature with disseminated magnetite in the rocks, and then within the Charger mineralized zone, there's it's what we would say is magnetite destructive. So it has a low mag response. And then if we look at our mag images, we get these cells of low mag response within our sort of mapped out in Charger intrusion that hosts the mineralization. So this is blue sky for exploration on the Charger prospect. We haven't targeted any of those cells before. The holes that you can see that are within those zones, they were still targeted in targeted step back holes drilled at that Charger zone. So these four other cells, you can see them numbered 1 to 5. These four other cells are actually new targets that you'll see come into play as part of Awale's exploration programs, along with more drilling within this Charger zone as well, or the Charger discovery zone. So just repeating those intercepts, we've got 95 meters at 1.8 in drill hole 118, which was a step out to the south or southeast of drill hole 88, which is up here about 70 to 80 meters to the southwest, and then drill hole 120, it targeted the mineralization closer to, or about 30 meters to the northwest of drill hole number 88. The other drill holes you can see drilled above, and it's easier to show those in the long section, which is looking to the northwest along this line LL, which we'll go to next. So looking at that, what I just talked about, we've got the drill hole 83, which was the 57 meters at 26. To the northeast, roughly 30 to 40 meters, we drilled drill hole 120, and then to the southeast we drilled drill hole 118. And so, as I mentioned, the idea was that we had a flat lying or shallow plunging hinge towards the southwest, and those drill holes were targeted to intercept at those levels, chasing that cigar-shaped body that we inferred around DDH 83 or OEDD 83, 100 and 88, and the other one was 85. So those were both successful holes, showing that we had this flat plunge in an inferred fold hinge, where we got significant widths of mineralization. So there's 98 meters of downhole mineralization in 118, which based on that drill orientation is 50 meters true width, which matches up with what we see the approximate true widths of 30 to 50 meters in drill holes 80, 83, 88, 100, etc. And then similar for hole 120, some nice high grade mineralization in that. So beyond that, we started to step up. So this is coming up towards surface. This is the land surface up here. This is in the white, in that middle zone, it's just weathered material, so mineralization actually does come to surface. We've just shown up, we've got a artisanal pit up here with gossan that we've got mineralization in as well. So, but we did a series of shallow holes to pin down that northeast structure, and all those shallow holes have intercepted target mineralization. The only one that was a little bit different is 137, which hit the target mineralization a little bit earlier, and we're viewing that as a parallel zone. So we also postulated that there may be other folds sub-parallel to in that main structural corridor, and we think we may have hit another one of those holes in folds in OEDD 137. So and the other takeaway from all this drilling is that we have this upper polymetallic zone where we get chalcopyrite, pyrite, pyrrhotite mineralization, often as massive sulfide as fill within the breccia, and then that transitions into a lower sulfide zone with depth, where we tend to get a lot of visible gold and higher and those higher grades like in 83 and 120, 88, etc. So, but still nice gold mineralization up here. The breccia is a bit thinner, so we would interpret that we're potentially in a hinge zone, in a limb rather than the hinge, where the mineralization is actually broader. But still some nice high-grade gold mineralization in there with, intercepts like 4 meters at 18 grams per ton in drill hole 121. And these others have got other high-grade intercepts within them as well. So still very nice mineralization up there. And so this gave us the confidence in that northwest structural corridor. And so we came back after we'd logged all these holes and drilled some holes down at Empire. We came back and drilled these 4 deeper holes, which are about 70 meters below that zone between 118, 83, 120. And in here, we have again hit significant widths of breccia, and there is visible gold within those intercepts as well. So we've hit the breccia at target depth. So based on the geometry that we put together up here, we planned these holes, and all these holes have actually intercepted the breccia at target depth, giving us even more confidence. And so now I guess we talk about what does the future hold for Charger. Well, we've got these 4 results to come as well, which we're pretty excited about. But the idea is that there will be other fold hinge zones, almost like a ladder down the dip and plunge of this steeply dipping postulated high-grade zone. So in the future, we've got the drill rigs starting up in early May. We'll be drilling a series of or a vertical fence coming down and chasing other hinge zones going down. And the nice thing is that there is still high or good grade or high grade by most other companies' terms, but slightly lower grade by Charger terms than the hinge zones that actually connect between what we are postulating as these this ladder of very high grade within what is already a high grade panel. So the average gold grade over all these intervals in the red zone, the average gold grade is actually 7 grams per tonne over those intervals. So unfortunately, I can't talk to you about gram metre intercepts until we've got a resource as directed by the exchange, but the average grade over those intervals is still over 7 grams per tonne. So by most people's standards, that's still a high grade system in between the very high grade that we're getting in these hinge zones. So that's it for Charger, and we're really excited about what Charger's got in the future, and that's why we're coming back to drill it in May. But along with that, we've drilled 18,000 metres this quarter. We've got a lot of results coming through. With these holes that we've reported today, we're a little bit over 1/3 of the results that we've reported. So we've got results to come through for those 4 deeper holes here, for the drilling at Empire, for the drilling on our 100% Awale Fremen target, for the drilling we did as satellite targets along strike from the BBM discovery, and the discovery drilling that we completed at Lando is yet to come as well. So there's over the next couple of months on a roughly fortnightly cadence, Awale will be publishing results, and we're really excited to be bringing all these to market because we're very happy with what we've seen in the geology from all that drilling. So definitely a space to be watching over the next few months, and we're excited to be bringing you these excellent results today, but there's plenty more of excellent results we think in the pipeline based on what we've seen in the drilling. So thank you very much for your time, and I'm sure I'll be speaking to you again soon along with our next news release.